नमस्ते दोस्तों. Hello friends, this is Suman Sharma. Welcome back to my channel Suman Education Hub English. In today's video we are going to learn how to record prepaid rent expenses in Telegram. So I have already explained what is prepaid expenses in previous video, and in today's video I am going to tell you how to record prepaid rent expenses in Telegram. So before starting video and before move into the video, it's my personal request to all of you. If you are coming first time, visiting first time to my channel, so please like, share and subscribe to my channel. You can share my channel with your family member, with your friends and with your student whoever want to learn accounting work in English language, so you can share with all of them. So let's start video and see how to record prepaid rent expenses in Teleprime. Here I have prepared some details so that I can explain you first, and then we will record this entry in Teleprime. So prepaid expenses. What is prepaid expenses? Prepaid expenses are future expenses that are paid in advance and hence recognized initially as an assets. So what is the basically types of common types of prepaid expenses? The most common type of prepaid expenses are prepaid rent expenses and prepaid insurance expenses. These are a common types of prepaid expenses. How to calculate prepaid expenses with example. So let me explain you. If you want to calculate prepaid expenses, so how you will be calculate prepaid expenses, let's see with example. So here let's suppose monthly rent is 10,000, paid rent for 15 months, so 10,000 multiply 15,000, so 1.5 it will be rent for 15 months. Rent had to pay for 12 months, financial year 23-24, so 10,000 multiplied 12 is equal to, this is a rent for 12 months, 1.2 lakh. Prepaid rent amount is 30,000. So this is the calculation of prepaid rent amount. So accounting financial year start from April and end with March. So there is a 12 month in a year, in every financial year. So we should have paid rent for 12 month for financial year 23-24, but instead of 12 month we had paid 15 months. So there is a 3 month extra, 3 month advance we had paid rent. So this would be your prepaid rent expenses. So this is how you have to calculate. Month wise expenses is, rent expenses is 10,000 and we had paid 15 month 1.5 lakh, and we should have paid 1.2 lakh, but we had paid 1.5 lakhs. 30,000 we have paid in advance. This would be our prepaid rent expenses. So this is how you can also calculate any of prepaid expenses. Same method you can follow and you can calculate. So next, how to enter expenses with prepaid expenses. So how you have to enter and how you have to record this entry. So let me tell you, rent expenses we had paid total 1.5 lakh will be debit and cash will be credit 1.5 lakh rupees. So this would be first entry, and second adjustment entry. So adjustment entry for prepaid expenses, you will be do something like this as I'm showing you on the screen. Prepaid rent expenses 30,000 will be debit and rent expenses will be credit with 30,000 rupees. So we have understand and I explain you theory of this prepaid expenses. So let's do practically in Teleprime. So open Teleprime and first of all, after opening Teleprime, we need to create some basics ledger for recording this entry. So click on create and then click on ledger option, and first ledger we should create for rent expenses under group indirect expenses, and GST will be not applicable, again not applicable, and save this entry. Next ledger we will create prepaid rent expenses under group current assets. Why current assets? As because we have paid rent in advance, which is not our liability, but even if we have paid, so that's why we will create this ledger under group current assets. Save this ledger. So we have created basics ledger. So let's start recording this entry. So from Gateway of Tally, you have to press V and select journal voucher from the right hand side, and by pressing F2 you can change date. Now here we will debit rent expenses ledger with amount 1.5 lakh, because total we had paid 1.5 lakh, so 1.5 lakh amount will be debit and cash will be credit with the same amount 1.5 lakh. So first we had paid 1.5 lakh for 15 months, so we will record entry something like this, and in narration you can mention being rate paid for financial year 23-24 and 3 month, this is the amount of prepaid rent expenses. So in narration you can mark in detail, so that whenever in future we will open this entry, so it will be recalled. So first rent paid entry we had passed successfully. Now let me show you by opening balance sheet this entry how it will impact on balance sheet. So click on go to and open balance sheet, and after that we will open profit and loss account in direct expenses, and from here we have to open rent expenses ledger. Now you can see I have opened rent expenses ledger, press enter, and now you can see the entry is showing over here, just we have passed out in 2nd April 1.5 lakh. So this entry will show you in your balance sheet under profit and loss account under indirect expenses. So basically this is a expenses. Here should have record rent expenses for 12 months, but as we have recorded for 15 months, so 3 months is advance, so we have to adjust this entry by, so we need to record adjustment entry before finalizing balance sheet for financial year 22-23. So you have to select same journal voucher and set the date of 31st of March 24. Now here we will adjusting entry prepaid rent expenses will be debit with 30,000. This is the 3-month advance entry which we are showing in prepaid rent expenses, and rent expenses will be credit with 30,000 rupees. This is the adjustment entry which to be passed before finalizing our balance sheet. So in narration you can mark this is the adjustment entry prepaid rent expenses for 3 month 30,000 and save this entry. Now again let me show you balance sheet how this entry will impact on balance sheet. So click on go to and select balance sheet, and now here we will open current assets. Here you can see 30,000 amount is showing in debit side, as because we have passed adjustment entry, that is why this amount is showing over here. So this is a prepaid rent expenses amount which is showing in our balance sheet under current assets. So let's open rent expenses ledger. So click on profit and loss account and then indirect expenses. Now you can see rent expenses amount. Now here is showing 1.2 lakh, which is we had booked for 12 months. So after passing adjustment entry, the amount has been adjusted. In April, we had booked 1.50 lakh, 1.5 lakh, and after adjusting entry in March month, you can see 30,000 amount is showing in credit side. So closing balance is 1.2 lakh. It means the rent expenses has been adjusted and it is correctly showing in balance sheet. So this is how you can also record prepaid rent expenses in Tally Prime. If you wish, you can search my channel on Google or on YouTube by searching Suman Education Hub English. This is my channel name, and I hope this video will help you out. If this video will help you out, so please like, share and subscribe to my channel and appreciate me so that I can make more and more videos related accounts on this channel. Thank you and keep watching my videos.